It's Ellie here with Collins & Co Craft, and today I bring you my first ever project. So we're going to be making this lovely little box, and I've used on this particular one, we've got Tranquil Tide for the wrap, and the little box is Berry Burst, and inside we have some Yankee Candle wax melt. So there are the different flavours, smells, scents, we'll go scents. Okay, so I've kept them with the Christmas theme, and with the stamped image on the top, I have used the Carols of Christmas stamp set. Absolutely gorgeous stamp set, and I was able to get this with my joining kit. So I got this sent for joining stamping up, which was absolutely incredible. But if you'd like to get your hands on this, feel free to drop me a message and we can order you one and we'll sort you out. So would you like to make this lovely box? We're going to show you how to do it. So I'm going to get started. So I'm going to grab my Simply Scored, and we're going to start with our base. So this time I'm doing it in the opposite colour. So this is going to be our base, which the wax melts sit in. And then we're going to do it with Berry Burst as the wrap. So we're going to do it the opposite way round. So this page, paper, cardstock, words today, it's not doing well, it's a Monday. This one actually measures 8.5 by 8.25, okay? So that one is 8.25 and this side is 8.5, okay? The reason I've done it these dimensions, I've literally just taken a section off of an A4 piece of paper, okay? The box itself, I'm doing it as a reinforced box, so one side, the reinforced, will not be a full fold over, which you'll see in a bit. If you do want it to be that, you would probably have to cut into a 12 by 12. Now, I wasn't that particularly bothered, so I just went with an A4 sheet. So we're going to start, and I'm doing it with the longest side on top, so the 8.5 side across the top, okay? So I'm going to start and score at 1 inch without jumping it. Then I'm going to score at 2. I'm going to go to 6 and 1, actually no, 6.5, sorry. And 7.5. Okay. Oh, I jumped it again. There we go. Then all I'm going to do is rotate my page and do exactly the same again. So I'm going to score at 1 inch, 2 inches, jumped it again, I'm not having much luck with this one, 6.5 and 7.5, and this is where you can see this 8.25 side, because we've not gone up to the half, we're just shy of the fold over. If you're bothered, go for the 12 by 12, if you're not, stick with the A4 paper. Okay, so while we've got the scoreboard out, I am going to score the wrap as well. Now, I like to score the wrap. I know a few people like to make the box and then gently fold the score lines around the box. I find this way works for me best in this particular box, but if you want to just fold it once the box is made, completely up to you. But if you want to join in, we are going to score. So I'll tell you the dimensions. This wrap is 11 3/4, so again a full page of A4, and it's 4 5/8 of an inch. Okay, so again I've just cut it off a full A4 sheet of paper. So this one we're going to score at the awkward 1/2 inch, and that one I didn't jump for some reason. We're then going to score at 1.5 inches, 6 1/8. And 7 1/8. Now I just find this helps me a little bit when it comes to wrapping it around the box. So, scoreboard aside, and we are going to fold and burnish all our score lines, all of our jump score lines today apparently. There we are, let's get a bone folder, really crease these edges. There we are. And you'll see this side in a second what I mean. See, look there, it doesn't quite reach that score line, can you see? So when you fold that over, it just won't meet. And if you're not bothered with that, perfect. There we are. Last one. Okay. So I'm going to get my lovely paper snips out. And all I'm going to do is cut up this score line here and this score line to the left. Okay. So you should have 3 little flaps. I'm then going to turn the page and cut this one off completely. And this one, I'm just going to cut this one off so I've got left with a tab. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. And then all I'm going to do is wedge these little bits out just so it makes it easier when I'm folding it. And I'm not happy that I've not cut off the score line. That's kind of going to bug me. So I'm going to do that. That makes me feel a little bit better. Okay. Then you can mirror it, but I'm just going to turn it just because I find it's easier with me being right-handed. So cut up that one, cut up this one, and this time I'm cutting the score line away. Cut this tab off, she says, and cut this one off, and then wedge, just so that it makes it a little bit easier to fold the box together. There we are. I apologise for the shadow as well. The sun set up filming and the sun decided it didn't want to play. And I thought, well, I've not filmed since doing my starter kit because life happened. So I'm just going to carry on. But hopefully you can see what I'm doing. This is the last one. Cut that one. That one. Perfect. Last notches. Get rid of that flaky bit. Perfect. So your template should look something like this. You should have 4 tabs and 2 rectangles attached to each other into the main area. Okay, so now you're going to take your adhesive of choice. Today I'm using the multi-liquid glue. So tempted to say Tombow then, but it's not. It's multi-liquid glue. Okay, all I'm going to do now is take a little bit of glue, she says, or a lot of glue, on the reverse sides of the tab. So I'm folding them in, popping the Tombow there, see I said it again, on that side. And just like a normal box, I'm going to bring the sides up and just hold them there for a second. I am using Tombow on this one because I'm actually giving this to somebody. But if you're just doing it for a quick little craft, because you, oops, I forgot, just your tear and tape would work, your fast fuse, something that's just going to get this box together quickly so you can get out the house and go. Oh yeah, these really don't want to stick today, do they? There we are. Yeah, so life happened last week. My auntie, it was her 50th birthday and we threw a surprise birthday party. And Fall over here offered to do all the decorations, didn't I? So trying to organise that whilst doing this and working full time as well. Life happened. There we are, so they're all stuck. Okay, the next part, all I'm going to do, these little tabs that we've got extra, I'm just going to stick some Tombow along there and fold it over just so that the box is really, really sturdy. So you might not see the first few that I do. Oh, there we go. And I'm going to use my trusty bone folder just to make sure that that sticks really nicely. I'm just pushing that into the corners, sort of spreading the glue around. making sure it sticks, because it doesn't want to stick now apparently. There we go. This one. Fold that over. And again, just going in with that bone folder. This is your best friend. Give it a nice push, making sure it's nice and firm. And I find as well it makes your edges nice as well, because you're folding that edge over. There we are. That's nice and stuck. And the last one. There we are. This is the one that doesn't quite reach, so I'll show you that. There is literally half an inch, if that. I think it's a quarter of an inch. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Yeah, just down there, look. It just doesn't quite meet where the rest do. And that doesn't bother me. But if it does with you, by all means, grab that 12 by 12. Lovely jubbly. Okay. So, this one fit 4 of the tarts in there. Really nice. My room smells amazing now. There we are. So it fits them in there really well. There we go. So moving on, we're now going to do the wrap. So fold and burnish all your score lines again. And as I say, oh, brilliant. As I say, if you prefer to do it where you place the wrap around the box and fold it that way, go for it. It shouldn't really make much difference. So, bring back my little box and pop that as my, that way is my lid. And it just folds round like this. And then make sure you've got a clean edge, and it fits perfectly up to that seam. If you can see that. So again, all I'm going to do, trusty Tombow, multi-purpose glue. I'm going to have to like beep it out, aren't I? It's like a swear word now. Don't put on as much as I did, because it's now going to seep everywhere. I hope it doesn't, but we'll see. There we go. Just take that down nicely. Get rid of all that glue. In with that bone folder, there we are. Okay, so that's the basis of our box, and I've now got glue everywhere. And it slides in and out really easily. I mean, if you want to, you can pop and cut a 1/2 inch circle just on there so that you can pull it in and out. But my punch hasn't arrived yet, so I'm not doing that today. So let's clear this and we'll do some stamping. So I'll pop that to the side. So, as I say, we're using Carol of Christmas. And on this one, I've used Deck the Hole. So on this one, I'm going to use Peace on Earth. It's an absolutely gorgeous stamp set. You've got the poinsettia, there's some little leaves, there's your little ornaments. Love this little guy. And you also can get the framelets for the individual images as well that go along with it. So I haven't stuck all of the stickers on yet. There's still some there. So we are going for Peace on Earth. There we are. So I'm using an E-block, and I've got 2 pieces of cardstock. So I've got Whisper White, and the Whisper White is 2 3/4, I believe. Yep, 2 3/4 by 2 inches. And my Tranquil Tide even, let me have a look, is 2 1/4, sorry, by 3 inches. So I'm going to stamp the image onto this one, and we're going to back it with that one. So I'm going to line my stamp up, place my block on top so it's nice and straight. That's it. I'm going to bring my ink pad, ink it up. Make sure it's nice and juicy. There you go, line that up along there. And stamp. Don't think that's in the centre. My OCD's not going to like it, but we'll carry on. Absolutely gorgeous. I thought I'd just cover my hand in ink then. I'm going to shut this before I do cover myself in ink. There we are. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm just going to quickly grab my stamping scrub. So just spritz a little bit of this stamping mist on there. Scrub that side. Make sure it's nice and clean. And wipe it dry on the dry side. There we go. Lovely. So, I am going to use something that isn't Stampin' Up! At the moment, just because I'm trying to get rid of it all. So I'm using my cheap Stampin', well, they're not Stampin' Up! Dimensionals, they're just cheap ones. Well, Stampin' Up! Dimensionals are a lot better. I'm trying to have a clear out. So I've got 6 apparently, I only needed 5. Counting, woohoo! So I'm going to take a paper piercer. I'm going to pop these on here. Just says. Like so. I think I've done this the wrong way around. Let's see. I think I might have. Yeah, we'll dimensional that side up and we'll stick that one flat. Okay. We're live. Woohoo! So, I'm going to take some Fast Fuse just on the back of here. Oh, try again. Lovely jubbly. Oh, just not the camera, I'm sorry. Bring this back in. And as close to the centre as you can. Stick it down. Perfect. So, last bit to do. We have got the Tranquil Tide, I believe, yeah, 1/2 an inch wide ribbon. So this is the finely woven ribbon. I've not even used it yet. I'm so excited. No pressure. I should have opened this before I started filming, shouldn't I? I'm still learning. Yeah, one of the main reasons I'm doing these videos is to see my progress, really, as a crafter. I've always loved crafting since I was little, and as soon as I saw Stampin' Up! I just knew it was for me. The fact that everything coordinates, that's one of the biggest things I found was, yeah, things looked nice, but they didn't look as nice as they could have been because it didn't match. So all I've done is I've just taken some of the finely woven ribbon, measured it just so that there's a little bit of a gap. And again, I'm sorry, my Stampin' Up! My glue dots haven't arrived yet, so I'm being cheap and I'm having a clear out. So take a mini glue dot. Well, they're not mini actually, these are ginormous. Bang that on there. There we are. And stick it down onto the ribbon so it doesn't stick to me. Everything's sticking to me now, it's that multi-purpose glue. So this time I'm going to stick it on there because the whole thing comes off. You can do the ribbon if you want to, so it does come off individually, but I find that it always gets ruined that way, or it never gets put back properly. So I like to do it where the ribbon is attached. There we go. Oh, come on. Let's take the backing off of the last 2. Oh, I missed one, this one. Okay, there we go. I'm going to flip that over. And again, central. And push it down. And last but not least, I'm using the basic pearls, the basic jewels. Excuse me. And I'm taking the second largest, and I'm placing that in the bottom right corner and the top. Oh, didn't want to go. The top left. And then I'm taking the next size down and I'm placing those just on. Oh, there are wriggly ones today. Just next to the on decorative part of the stamp. She says it's not cooperating. Haha, got it. There we are, and there we have it. 2 gorgeous reinforced boxes that hold gorgeous little wax melts. So, thank you for watching. If you've lasted this long, I very much appreciate it, as if it's my first ever video. I will be doing a blog post, but I'm still getting my head around those as well. So take care, everybody. Have a lovely day wherever you are and whatever you're doing. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.